Hi, welcome. It's Well Connected, and I'm here with
Rozotadi.
And I was going to say, I don't know what you want to go by, like your full name, but I heard people call you like Toddy.
Yeah, Toddy's the shorthand.
Okay, all right, so I'm going to go by Toddy. I am really excited that you're here, and not just me, but like Rascal's really excited that you're here because, long story short, I was watching my Instagram stories and somebody posted your song. And I was like, oh, this is dope. So then I shared it, and then he hits me up, yo, this is dope. And then so we're like, yo, we got to get him in here. And then, you know, who knew that like a week later you're going to have a project coming out? So it's crazy how it all happened. But
I'm glad it happened like that.
I know, and it's crazy because like now we're like huge fans. We were listening to the project together. I had listened to it before, but I don't think you had listened to it yet, right?
Sorry, I'm piping up now. No, it just coming over here.
You like how he was like keeping all that energy and he was like let me talk.
King dope.
And I didn't tell him it was you. I like to do that when I show music to my friends. I'll never tell them what year it came out, who it's from, or the BPM, because then they'll start like judging.
Yeah.
And then like when they like it, they'll be like, oh wait, who's this? And I'm like, gotcha.
Right, you gotta get them like that.
Gotcha. This came out yesterday. Joke's on you. Or I'll be like, this came out 2015. But you just missed it. So
yeah, you missed it.
But Rascal didn't know at all like that it was you. So he was freaking out. I was like, no, this is Toddy. He's coming in today.
Just literally an hour ago.
He was so freaked out. So moral of the story is like people don't know how far something like that goes. Like just like an Instagram story post, and it's free to share people's music or music that you like, you know?
See, some of the most important promotion is free.
Yeah.
And you really got to tap in with the community because the community can make things stretch even further. Yeah,
because I didn't know, you didn't know. And now it's like, okay, now I get to sit down with you. I didn't even know you had a project coming out, and nobody sent it to me. So I didn't know.
It really spreads like wildfire, you know, and it honestly takes its time because I've been hip to this place for about 3 years, you know, or at least what y'all got going on over here. And it really just takes time. And I'm not the kind of person that likes to rush things. I'm not the kind of person that wants to cut any corners. So I'm glad that we ended up right here at this time too. Please, no ringers.
Hey, that's your guy, not mine. So I know you've been out here working for a minute, and you've been working on other projects. Yeah. But like, is this your first like solo debut project?
Yes, this is my first solo debut EP, and I've been working on music digitally since around 2011, and so I've had some good amount of time to get my chops together. I've been in rap groups. I've done that whole circus thing. So I'm here now with my debut EP to say this is who I am.
So, in case you didn't know, it's called Big Head's Guide to the Galaxy Volume 1. And I have like a lot of questions about it. Like, when did you start writing it?
I started writing this joint about summer of 2018. The first song that I started with was To the Moon.
It doesn't sound dated. I don't want to, because it's not dated. I mean, it's very current. It's relatable to what's going on now. Like everyone's kind of just want to chill out and vibe. Like we're not trying to really party, you know? So I couldn't tell.
Yeah. So the reason why I ended up with that track list was because they were tried and tested throughout time.
Oh, right? Okay.
And I needed them to be able to
You're like, gotcha.
To this point. So like when To the Moon was, initially made, I performed it at every single show I did. I continued on, let it age, didn't release it, none of that, didn't listen to everyone else. I listened to my heart. And that's why I was like, I know this is something I can hold on to. And I wanted to keep that same sentiment with every track that's on the track list right now.
Oh, wow. The whole project, is it one of those projects? I don't know if there's like a word for this where it just goes right into the next song.
Transition.
Yeah. Is that how the project is supposed to work?
Yes. It's supposed to be a seamless flow.
I love that. I put it on shuffle because when you shuffle something, you'll catch your favorite song. Like you'll be like doing shit and then you'll be like, wait, what was that?
Yep.
And then I was like, I'm going to listen to it again, but in order. And I'm excited for that because I already know like what's coming up and like it's all going to be good.
Yes. So just like the past projects I've made, I've seen how people have interacted with it and like how they've really connected it to their everyday life. And so some of my projects, people start from the end and then work backwards, and then other ones shuffle. And so this one, I'm so excited to hear how people interact with it and the kind of environments that they interact with it too.
Yeah, no, I caught that off because I was listening to, when it was shuffled, like the ending of the song, and I was like, wait, that sounds like the other song. And I was like, oh, I'm like, I get what he did. Yeah. I'm like, I don't know what this is called, but I think it's a thing. Mm-hmm. Have you ever heard of Kids These Days?
I have, but I'm not really hip to too much.
Oh, really? They're, I mean, like 2000, like 10, 11, 12, they kind of had like the same vibe, but then like they all broke up, Big Mensa. Like,
yeah.
But they had that same vibe. So this project gave me that same energy where it's like the songs are powerful, but then there's some that are like a little bit more rock, and there's some that are more like To the Moon, like it's more chill and laid back. Yeah. So that's kind of what stood out to me. But at first, like my favorite one was Selfless. But then driving around, like at night, Bad Boy.
Ooh, yeah.
Bad Boy is such a sexy song.
It's a vibe. Yo.
That's the one we were listening to.
Ooh. If you had hair, man, it'd be flowing in the wind.
I do. Yeah, I don't.
Are any of these going to have music videos?
Oh.
Half of them already do, don't they?
No,
like
not
most
half.
of them.
I have two of the tracks on the track list already got music videos. I'm someone who very much so leans on visuals. I'm a very visual person.
Same.
And so this EP is going to have a whole visual universe to it.
Ooh, okay. So which is the next one that's going to come out? The next music video?
Well, actually, my man here that's with the camera, he's directing and shooting the Black Ceiling music video. And if you remember Black Ceiling, it's more so like the Freedom song, where we're doing some pretty interesting things with the visuals, where we're chopping and splicing some hardcore images of what's happening right now, right outside our door.
Yeah, definitely. Did you write any songs that were more current with the times? Because I know you started writing back in 2018.
So
which ones are newer?
So pretty much, majority of this entire project was made right before quarantine.
Oh, okay.
And Black Ceiling was made during quarantine. Jiggle was made on an acid trip over spring break. And yeah.
That sounds like fun.
Yeah, new perspective. But yeah, no. So I didn't really. My whole goal that I set out with this project was to make something that would hold weight for longer than just an album cycle, you know. So I was holding on to tracks and like making tracks with the view that this is going to last longer than I could ever think of, right? And this isn't a one and done kind of situation. And what I'm talking about right now has been going on my entire life. So if I don't release it today, it's going to be okay. Because we still going to be going through the same shit 2 months from now.
Yeah.
And that was an internal dialogue I had to have with myself, because everyone around me was like, man, you got to release this now. I'm like, well, guess what? What's happening today has been happening before we were even alive.
It's going to make sense, 2 months from now, a year from now.
Exactly. And it came out 3 days ago, 4 days ago. It makes sense. It makes sense. And my goal was kind of to make it make sense for people, but I'm a sucker for getting all abstract and, fractal with the way that I communicate things and the way that I really shape experiences for the viewer, the listener, whoever.
You can tell, you can definitely tell that you put so much thought into it. Not just the transitions, but it's really like a journey. You start off with, just kind of chill, and then it gets kind of dark, and then it gets really sexy, and then it gets really fun and dancey. So it's a ride.
Yes.
Know? And there'll be maybe one song that I'll probably play over the weekend, but then I won't check for that one until the next weekend. It's a different mood, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I really wanted it to be like that. I wanted it to, it just fits in different parts of your life. And I think that's what really makes it important for it to be embedded as a soundtrack to people's lives, right? So sometimes when you're just driving late at night, Bad Boy just somehow come on, and all of a sudden you're taken to this place where you are the shit.
Yeah.
Can't nobody tell you about it. So that's what I wanted. That's what I wanted.
How many people went into this project? Were there, I don't think there was a lot of collabs.
There was Sonny Cartel, Kobe the God, Zakia Rose, my girlfriend, Mother Verity, and there was a writer on there. His name is Seth Smades.
There's also 13 songs on there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was it's a lot of songs and
there's 8 songs, 4 skits.
Oh, okay.
8 songs.
Oh, yeah. Then you have like the outro and.
8 songs, one spoken word, and then skits.
Oh, okay.
Skits.
That's dope. Did you collab? I mean, besides with the features on there, did you collab with any like producers or? I mean, you said the writer, right?
Yeah. The writer, what he contributed was the chorus to "Selfless." We click to the sound of the strong. His name is Seth Smades, and then he did some guitar on that joint. Something that I really like to own and kind of flex. Honestly, is I'm the producer. I am the engineer. I master it. And then for this one, I definitely want another ear to get that master through. So I went to Quentin Thielen out in Ranchos Palos Verdes, and he really put on a nice master on it too. But I have to sit here and say that I put in my 10,000 hours, and I really showed my ass on this project because that's what I set out to do. And I wouldn't accept any kind of quality lower than this.
That is such a strong flex because the production on there is like really, really, really good. Like in different speakers, I listen to it like in the car monitor, like you just kind of test it out, see how it sounds and how it's like panned out. And it sounded so good. So I wasn't 100% sure if you did it all because I know like on your social media, you'll be like, oh, producer, engineer, songwriter, artist. And I'm like, oh, I wonder if he did it all for your project.
Right.
But you did.
Yeah. So something that's just I've kept with me since I really started this whole music thing is I want to be in control. 1 of my own narrative and 2 of my sonic journey. And there's going to be people who can help me articulate and get to places.
That's what I was going to ask, because you're not like afraid to, have another ear, especially for mastering.
Oh, no, not at all. That's why I'm like, this is who helped, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, that's
by all
awesome.
Means, I'm going to do that, but at the end of the day, hundreds, thousands of hours. And I'm reading books as I'm in the studio. I'm going and getting on like $2 earphones and seeing how it sounds.
Ooh, I like that.
Just like $100,000 speakers and like going and like having conversations and really chopping it up with elite, engineers and producers and, seeing how they experience it, as well as like my mom, seeing what clicks for my mom and being willing to just listen to people. Listen to feedback, creating multiple drafts. It's like school.
Yeah, no, I feel you. For producing, like what DAW do you use?
I use FL Studio, but throughout like a multitude of processes, I use Ableton, Logic, Pro Tools.
Damn, everything.
I have to be very literate.
I love that. No, okay, that's dope.
Thank you.
You have to make sure that if you're going to go and take it to another place or if you want to send it to someone else that they're ready to go.
Yeah.
And you can adapt easily too, I'm sure.
Exactly. One of my biggest things is like, I need to know what the fuck is going on. I can't walk into a room and not be able to sit here with the same linguistics and be able to navigate this social space, like not be able to navigate this social space. So I don't need to be a pro in all these different DAWs. I don't need to be a pro and no, but I do need to be able to understand what is being said and thrown around because I have to be in control of my situation. So when I'm working with collaborators, I need to know what the hell they're talking about.
So are you more of a like you'll want to learn on your own or you'll ask questions?
Oh, ask questions.
Okay. I love that. I'm one of those people. I'm like, yo, I don't know any of this shit. Like if you can explain it, like make me a little bit better at, Ableton or whatever. Exactly. Like I can just benefit from this.
Exactly. So I would not take what I'm saying as me not being humble, but I am a scholar. I'm absolutely a scholar. And one of the biggest things about being a scholar is you have to sit down and put that book in front of your face. You have to sit down and know who has the knowledge and sit here and be willing to ask those questions, like you said, and then being able to completely release yourself from the situation. Just be a neutral observer. Go from there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are afraid to kind of learn or to kind of understand. It's not really learn, it's just understand.
Right.
And like, if you take someone into the studio now and, they're fine sitting in the back, just chilling. It's like, yo, you can figure out how he gets it to sound like that. The engineer, how he gets it to go like this. And then you might have a better idea where like, hey, why don't we do this? Or,
When you bring that up, I'm sorry if I'm about to go on a tangent, but real quick, I was out in California and I was in the songwriter for Katy Perry's studio with Lachlan West and Planet Herb. And I was with some other individuals in there and I'm not going to name any names, but too many of like people around me are too passive. Okay. I got to put that out there. I have to be the one that challenges individuals, not to sit here and be passive. We are in this multi-$1,000 studio, and there's no reason why any of us should be passive. We should be there asking questions, looking at the DAW, like, okay,
let's plug it in.
Right. So how did you make that sound work? Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
You cannot be passive in situations like this, because a lot of times people only get 1-2 times a chance to be in situations like these. And if you can't take something from it that allows you to grow and help your community grow, I really got to sit here and say that I don't think that's a good plan of action for moving. No more passive people in my circle.
That's awesome. I like that. Because, I mean, we all, well, not you anymore, but I'm like, I know people that are very, like, they'll just lay back, like, you know, but, you know, there's other people that are like, oh, like, show me the raw footage of what you're filming. Like, I want to see that, too. I want to see how we, just a little bit. I don't need to be a pro. Like, I'm not trying to take your job. I just want to know.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
No, because I think it's about a matter of help me help you.
Yeah.
Right? Because when we're all on the same page,
we're on the same team, first of all.
We're all on the same team. And if you are a top mind, I may not be the top mind for your industry, but I need to know how to work with you with the utmost potency in order to make this vision executed. That's what it takes.
Yeah. Very well said. That wasn't a tangent. That's just a, hey, everybody should be this way. I really wanted to talk to you about your Kickstarter.
Yes.
So congrats.
Thank you so much.
Congrats. 10K goal, like overachieved too.
Yeah.
So where did you get that idea to do it?
Shit, I'm broke. I'm broke. I'm like, yo, people say they ride for us. You know, they ride for local musicians and artists and all that. I'm like, well, if people riding, my logical brain is like, okay, well, let's get some donations in here. Oh, but like, let me do the groundwork to make sure that people's eating too. So let's get some shirts out there. Let's get manufacturers. Let's start doing all these different sponsorships and collaborations. So because I'm able to do the Kickstarter, I'm then able to create opportunities for creatives around me, right? Because I'm independent, okay? So I am independent. I'm not with a label. I don't have all this money just coming in from a big daddy source that's allowing me to like go do all kinds of crazy shit. No, it's like I understand that I'm within a community that wants to support me, but a lot of times it's going to take, the hard work and the groundwork to get in front of those people so they know that I exist. Right?
Yeah, definitely.
So the Kickstarter.
Were you like a little like nervous at first? Like, hey, do we really think we're going to raise the 10K, or were you confident?
Oh, I was confident.
Damn.
I don't want to put like nobody in my operation on blast, but they carried the worry for me, right? But being a leader, I of course have to be humble, have to show vulnerability, but I also need to know what the hell I want, and I need to make sure I know the action plan to go get it. And so if we say we want to do all these things, want to have all these videos, want to get all this marketing budget, blah, 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 we got to sit here and be like, okay. So my initial thing with the Kickstarter was I was going to do 15K.
Oh, wow.
And it was like, hold on. Now we know all the logistical things. Let's bring it down, especially if it's an all or nothing service. So let's do 10K, and let's go as hard as we were going to go for 15K, and it took a lot of work. Every single day was a push. Every single day was, we might not make it, Russell, but you got to keep doing it. And, having people around me that was pushing me, making sure that I was getting it done, that's what counted.
I think what was very professional about it and like very well written and well spoken, because like now I know you a little bit better, was it was so like well put together. Like it wasn't just like a donate here. It was like a here's about me, here's what I'm trying to do. I want to provide high quality everything, music videos, production, and of course like you just from watching your music videos, that stuff's not cheap. Like I know you want to pay, those people to give you like great stuff. So that's kind of was like, this is like really professional. Why would you not want to be a part of this?
Right.
And I feel like even by donating any amount, people are kind of feel like they're with you on that journey.
Exactly. And even if they weren't able to donate, a share goes a long way, because look where a share got us right now.
Yeah, and that was free 99. Exactly.
So with the Kickstarter, it was just very important that we let the community know that this isn't a game. This is my life. I'm a career artist. I have been doing this. I'm going to continue to do this. And I have something for you. And I have a message that goes with it. And if you want opportunities, I am a beacon for that. So let's make something happen, Big Head. Mm-hmm. That's what that was about.
That's literally what your whole bio, your whole info said. It was so well written. It wasn't like a trying to make a EP, donate to my GoFundMe. It was like, this is what we're going to do with it. This is like your plan. And
if people ask, they would get the whole itemized budget too. It's like, you should know where your money going to, because I know the city oftentimes doesn't do it for us. Mm-hmm. You know, it doesn't show where our taxes are going. So it's like, well, if I want to lead by example, this is what leading by example looks like.
I hope like more people do this, because then you can really see who's rocking with you.
Exactly.
You know? And that could be a good or a bad thing. But like if they're really rocking with you, like I'll donate the 5, 10, 15, 20. It was like up to 60. Oh, it was more than 60. I think there's like
about 3,000, but there was no cap.
Yeah, because you could put in the number for whatever you wanted, and everything was bundled. So dope. Like the first one was like a digital hug. I'm
yes. I have those coming for all the pledges too. Like, it's a digital hug, babe. It's the best we can do right now. It's the best we can do.
Send people a video of you just like,
right.
Listen to Bad Boy.
I feel so good.
The shirt, I was like, that is dope. Who designed that?
His name is Jack Kelly with Ajax Anvil Corp. And
it's like neon. It's so dope. It's really cool. Yeah. I can't wait to wear mine.
Yes. I'm sorry I wasn't able to bring one. It's still being shipped from Cali, but he showed me, he did his thing, you know, and he was one of the people that got on the team once we really started like leveling up. Mm-hmm. He got on the team for this like 6-month period where we got this line. This was a Kickstarter exclusive, and then a non-Kickstarter exclusive, and then we have a winter line coming. So him and Wolfgang Eiber out from Cali as well. We got some crazy stuff coming. I'm really working on making sure we can connect fashion to the consciousness in a way that facilitates just this crazy ass big head experience. Oh,
the fashion's on point. It's a neon sign. Looks like you're in Vegas. You're driving a convertible and there's a peacock.
Yeah.
In the passenger seat. I was like, I need this. I wish the back design was on the front too. It's dope. It's dope. So he did his thing on that day.
He did.
So just to kind of wrap up, where can they get your project? Where can they find you?
Yes, so you can find Big Head's Guide to the Galaxy Volume 1 on every single streaming platform. DatPiff, SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple Music, Pornhub. You can find it anywhere. And then you can find me on all streaming services all streaming platforms at Rozotadi.
Awesome. Any last final words? Anything you want to say?
I really appreciate y'all for having me up here, and please wash your hands, stay safe. I just put some hand sanitizer on before this, so.
He hasn't hugged me either. He's not gonna hug me. I'm just kidding. He won't just really hug me. Send me that email real quick.
Yeah, right. But yeah, no, thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you.
So good to be a bad boy, bad boy, bad boy, bad boy. I feel so good to be a bad boy.